Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Well, good afternoon to you and Merry Christmas Eve. I'm Eitan Wallace in for Nicole Gitsky. We appreciate you being here. In our top story this hour, for the last 3 days, we've been reporting on two young boys missing in California City. Here's a look at the missing boys, 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Oren West. We're checking in now with 17's Taylor Schaub. He's live in California City with an update for us. Good afternoon, Taylor.
Well, good afternoon, Eitan. We're on day 3 of this investigation. It's a little quieter here today. Yesterday, we saw a lot of neighbors out help searching for these boys today. A little quieter, a little less police presence, but an ominous update overnight as neighbors told us that they saw police digging in the backyard of the California City home in which the boys were last seen at. That is the home of their adopted parents. Neighbors say they saw police bringing in a light tower and roughly a dozen investigators with white overalls who were investigating the bare grounds of the backyard of this modest Aspen Avenue home. That's where the boys were last reported to have been seen. Their adopted parents reported them missing, as we know, on Monday. Police and volunteers have been searching this area for the last 2 days. Law enforcement had canines, and the boys' biological mother joined the search as well. The adopted parents who lived with the boys said the kids were playing on the back porch and then suddenly disappeared.
I came in the house, I saw them there in one house. I came back out, I didn't see them there.
And I just had to be here because my babies are supposed to be missing from this house, so I just need to be right here, right now.
Now, the adopted parents say they believe that the boys went through an open gate in the backyard. I went over to where that gate is, and I was actually able to see some of those holes that neighbors had said had been dug last night. If you have any information or may have seen the children, please call California City Police at 760-373-8606. Reporting live for 17 News, Taylor Schaub. Back to you, Eitan.
All right, Taylor, thank you for that live report. Now to your 17 News Crime Watch. One person has died after a shooting in Wasco last night. Kern County Sheriff's deputies were sent to the area of 16th and D Streets for a report of a shooting just after 6 o'clock yesterday. When they arrived, they found a man lying in the roadway with gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. His name has not yet been released, and detectives are still investigating this. If you know anything about this, you are asked to please call the Sheriff's Office at 661-861-3110 or the Secret Witness Hotline at 322-4040. And the Kern County Fire Department says a fire that started in the kitchen of a local fast food restaurant spread to the rest of the building, causing significant damage. KCFD says it started just after 7 o'clock this morning at the Burger King on Niles, just west of Fairfax. They say some cooking equipment caught fire, and by the time firefighters arrived on scene, the fire had already spread to the attic. Employees were inside the restaurant at the time, but they were able to evacuate safely and nobody was hurt. The fire department says cooking fires along with heater and fires involving decorations are common during the winter months. They are reminding you to have a fire extinguisher on hand and know how to use it.
Yeah, some good advice, and you should always have a fire extinguisher like under the sink, in the kitchen as well. You never know what could happen, especially during the holidays. I know I'm not allowed in the kitchen. On the weather front, we've got some clouds out there right now and still looking at some fog, and I want to show you our current visibility. And Kern County is good, but if you're traveling north, we're still seeing some thick fog up near Merced. Take a look at our fog severity index, and Merced still at 0 miles visibility. That puts it at a level 5. All other areas looking good. Bakersfield at 9 miles, but we definitely have the clouds, as you can see outside. Looking off to the east, we're currently at 56, a light wind out of the southeast at 5. Hour by hour, temperatures today going to be right near 60, slipping back into the 40s tonight. 45 in Tehachapi right now, still a little breezy out of the southeast at 22, and you can see on our winds, that's where the strongest of the winds right now are, over the 58. And hour by hour, here's what we're looking at in the mountains. Upper 40s, possibly hitting 50 degrees today, and then back into the 30s this evening. What's our Christmas Day forecast looking like? I've got details of that coming up next.
All right, Kevin, we'll see you then. Now for a Christmas Eve update on the coronavirus here in our area. Today, Kern Public Health reporting 1,115 new cases and no new deaths. That brings the total number of cases in our area to more than 62,000. More than 28,000 people are isolating at home with an active case of the virus. 338 people are in the hospital with more severe symptoms. That, according to the state, is a decrease of 7 from yesterday. So far, 485 souls in the Golden Empire have passed away due to COVID-19. This comes as California surpassed 2 million cases of COVID-19 overnight. That is according to an NBC News tally. That makes California the first state in the country to reach the 2 million case milestone. The latest numbers also show more than 23,000 COVID-related deaths since tracking began. The state has averaged more than 43,000 cases per day in the past week. It was just November when California first surpassed 1 million cases. That means the number of cases has doubled in a little more than a month. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Democrats will vote on Monday on a standalone bill that would provide $2,000 in direct payments to most Americans. Her announcement comes moments after Democrats tried to approve the payments today by unanimous consent on the House floor. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy of Bakersfield was not present, and he blocked it, Democrats siding with President Trump on this issue. The president says he will veto the COVID relief bill if direct payments are not increased. But the bill also includes an extension of government funding. If the president does not sign the bill, current funding runs out at the end of the day on Monday, December 28th, and there could be a partial government shutdown. Well, the Trump administration says it will purchase an additional 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer. The announcement from the Department of Health and Human Services said Pfizer will manufacture and deliver up to 100 million doses of the vaccine to government-designated locations. The new order is in addition to the 100 million doses already purchased by the U.S. government. Pfizer said they expect to have all the doses delivered by July 31st. The government also has the option to acquire up to an additional 400 million doses. And one of the best ways to curb the spread of COVID-19 is to get a test. The Latino COVID-19 Task Force wrapped up its final free testing site of the week yesterday, but there are still plenty of places to go if you need a test. For a list of all local testing sites, head to the Kern Public Health website and click on the Coronavirus tab. From there, you can find an interactive map of all the test sites near you. You can also click on each location and find more information such as hours, appointment, info, and addresses. And if you're dealing with stress, worries, or other concerns related to the pandemic, you can call the new Mental Health and Wellness Hotline launched by the Kern County Latino COVID-19 Task Force. You can speak with experts who can provide helpful information and resources. The number is 661-525-5900. It's available in both English and Spanish, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., even on Christmas Day.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.